Good evening, everyone. I'm Tassinix, and welcome to Week 1, Round 3 of Season 58, 3 vs. 3 Grand Arena Championship for Star Wars Galaxy of Heroes. My opponent this evening is FC Valico, the loyal friend. It's been a few seasons since I fought this guy. It's going to be fun. He's generally a very efficient player. And he usually, I see this guy go on hot streaks where he won't lose for a while. So he'll figure out something in the meta and just kind of ride that wave. Can be dangerous. All right, so let's go ahead and do the review. Okay, he's in Clones Unleashed. Good guild. Wow, 1.1 million legacy. That guy was serious back in the day. All right. Get the music on, get the prediction rolling. Okay. So yeah, you had a rough go, sheepdog. Hope it goes better for you. How's everybody doing? We'll go ahead and start the prediction here in a moment. How many drops? 2 or less, 3 or more is what I did last time. Do I really want to say 1 or less? No, I don't. I feel like we just barely made it last time, so I'm going to go ahead and set it the same. The fate of the universe hangs on that question. By the way, I see Teriyaki Games followed me yesterday when I wasn't on stream. Appreciate you. Alright, let's go ahead and pull this up. All right, rank 37 fighting rank 34. My 14.8 million GP to his 13.1. Holy shit. This guy is punching up. All right, there's a lot of green on this screen, you know. Top 80 GP, 3.14 million to his 2.96. Zeta's my 361 to his 351, not a big deal. GAC Omicron's my 64 to his 36. That is interesting. Top 80 average speed, 164 to his 160, so not a lot of advantage there. So he has very well developed mods for having, you know, more than 1.5 million GP less than me. All right, plus 25 speeds. I have 234 to his 238. All right. 20 to 24s, I have 499 to his 324. Plus 20s, I have 733 to his 562. Plus 4% offense mods, I have 187 to his 60, and plus 6% offense mods, I have 65 to his 15. Alright, that's good. Relic analysis, total levels. So yeah, this one, I should be the heavyweight here. Total levels, 2249 to his 1641. Relic 9's my 110 to his 29. Relic 8's my 138 to his 55. Relic 7's my 21 to his 64. Alright. Datacron analysis. Wow. Again, I am the Datacron heavyweight. What a time to be alive. My total rerolls, 336 to his 190. Man. Didn't expect that. Okay. Level 9 Datacrons. My 48 to his respectable 43. 6 to 8s, we each have 1. And 3 to 5s, we each have 0. Galactic Legend comparison. Decent speed, decent offense, rather low health slacker. I don't know how much that matters anymore. I don't think people are going to be putting him on defense much now. Especially with Jedi being as good as they are right now. That's bad news. Okay. Alright. Decently fast Malgus. Very fast cat, the 380 cat. Dig that. Yup. Alright. Very fast Starkiller as well. I actually like that. Sometimes I feel like Starkiller is just a little too slow.
Thank you for the biddies.
Bane 7245 subtask. Thank you for the 100 biddies, man. Guys, I got to tell you about this old fashioned that I'm currently drinking here. So it's with 100 proof Old Forester. I want to say it is a bourbon. Yeah, it's definitely bourbon. I was thinking about getting rye though. Anyway, I went to the Renaissance Fair a couple weeks back, and there was this vendor there with maple syrup that was finished in bourbon casks or whatever, however long it took to impart some of that bourbon flavor. Tastes amazing with anything. So obviously you have to use that as a substitute for simple syrup in an old fashioned. And I got some on the recommendation of the proprietor of my nearby liquor store, some black walnut bitters to put in this instead of the regular Angostura. And it's banging. It's banging. I like it a lot. I like it. All right. That's enough on this. Let's go ahead and take a look at the Omega Bot compare. Oop, that was not a button I meant to hit. All right. Again, this is the poll for his entire last season of 3 versus 3. So, looks like he's European. That makes sense. I do believe he's a French player. So he's going to be going in his morning time when I am fast asleep. Mod-wise, you see this? Yeah. Like, I have more, I guess, through here. But basically, from 25 on, we're pretty close. But it's interesting how close we actually are. Alright, yeah, I've got a mess of GAC Omicron. So what does this imply? It means that he really can't rely on their power to do heavy lifting for him in Grand Arena. So that discourages him from using a lot of... It could potentially discourage him from using a lot of, GAC Omi characters. We'll see. He might just run with the, essential one Omi and just ride it. Yeah, he doesn't have all the queen ones, but he's got enough. Alright, fair enough. How about his attacks last season? Yeah, man, this is an efficiency player. The super majority. 40 plus attacks at 57. Dig that. Followed by 55, then 56, then 54, then 58. A grand total of, what are we looking at here? 3, 4, 5, 6, 7, 8. Looks like 8 dropped attacks for the whole season, so that's alright. That's alright. It's almost 1 per match. Okay. Defense-wise, last season, Queen Amidala, Gas, Trench Watt, Saw CRex, Tuskens, Dash, Maul, Malgus, Aphra, Qui-Gon, GG, Nass, Leia, Hux. And then just a mix of stuff. JML, Tarful, COS, DTMG, Reva, Finn, Beck. So he'll mix things up. I'll definitely trying to vary the defense. Executor, Malevolence, Chimera on defense. So he'll set the Executor on the off chance that, you get unlucky and that might nab you. Otherwise, he's not trying to be too fancy, and he's going to just reserve the best for offense. Queen, Gas, Trench Watt, and Saw were the 4 most likely to see bottom front, and then it looks like he mixes up that last team quite a bit. Offense-wise, man uses Bane, Rey Swolo, C, Lord Vader, JMK Cat, Slacker, Darth Revan, BKM, Cere Malicos, Starkiller, so he likes to be for sure on Rey. Admiral Radis, Savage, DTMG, Jabba, Reva, Leia, Aphra, Starkiller, JKR, JKL, and then less often other stuff. Leviathan, Negotiator, Profundity on offense, just extra super buttery clean, very high win. Alright. What gave him some trouble last season? 1 Bastila JML Watt. Man, that would feel dirty to get jammed up on that, man. It looks like he, yellow means that it's a dropped win, so he dropped and then cleaned it up immediately on the next attempt. So he didn't get jammed up on it, but yeah, that would frustrate me. All right, Jabba, he had a few drops on. A Trench Watt, Saw, Lord Vader, Leia, DTMG, Rey Swolo, Nass, and Queen. So a lot of the usual suspects from last time. All right. All right, how we doing on the time? It says 1 minute and 20 seconds and counting down. I'll give it until you got about 30 seconds left on the clock, all right? Give it just about a minute, just about. So get your votes in if you haven't. How am I going to do? 2 or less, 3 or more. I have not put a great deal of thought into the attack plan for this evening, so should be fun. All right, cutting it off. All right, 72% of you went 2 or less, 28% went 3 or more. Okay, reasonable, reasonable. All right, let's take a look at the board. Okay, so yeah, Valico has made no moves. So we'll go ahead and talk about my defense briefly, top side. You've got Boss, Nass, Jar Jar, and Tarpals with a support cron. That's been kind of fun. There's definitely a few relatively safe ways to get around this now. Especially, you know, once that Gungan cron was gone, a lot of power died with it. So, yeah, it's something, but it can be there. Leia, Drogon, Stormtrooper Han. I've been riding this in the back wall most of the week, so okay, fine. You know, I have to assume that my opponent might have seen my recent VOD. I wouldn't fault them for it, but I have to play like they have. So it's like, okay, you probably know that's back there, but now you don't. Ha! DTMG, Gideon Scout, Trench, Dooku, Watt, Java, Chrysanthemum, Bausch. So yeah, the Jabba has been usually up front, so that's kind of fun. We'll see how he deals with all that. Is it still worth having frogs on defense? Depends on how good your frogs are. And how did the guy in episode 1 or no, I think it's episode 2 put it. It's like, it depends on how deep your pocketbook is. You know, Tarpals on this team is pretty nasty. Relic 9 Tarpals with 130,000 protection when considering that he does an additional 5% true damage based on 5% of his max offense, and you know that's with all the percent offense gains going on from his unique and then from the Nass lead. It depends. So this guy's just got just under 11,000 offense, that true damage thing set aside. That said, I don't think you have to have it quite this good to do well. I think whatever good it's going to do right now is tied to the support cron, which means that you need an attacker in here. And the best attacker, if you had to choose only one, would be Tarpals for the aforementioned, you know, attack out of turn thing. Also, you know, marked. He has a good kit besides. You might think Bombardier because it can restore up the shield, but it's like you're gonna get exactly one use of that the whole fight. Like I wouldn't overstate the value. BKM is one of the things that does take them down in one shot. Yeah, that's fair. And that's kind of what the game has always been, but every time they add a new team that kind of raises the bar and pushes the least of your teams out of being used, it's about what's getting stressed now, right? Like a couple of years ago, the meta really hung around Traya. How you could stress Darth Traya, how you could draw your opponent's Darth Traya, right? Like you knew that they were going to be using it. So BKM, since her Chron expired, she's basically been everybody's go-to for taking down Lord Vader. Some folks, even myself included in quite a few cases, have been keeping Lord Vader for offense because, yeah, I didn't feel like serving up a freebie. But now there's a stress. And you can work your board kind of around that. So if you're using BK in there and I have Lord Vader sitting in the back, that's fine. You can beat it. You just have to do it with something else. Strategic losses versus your wins, right? The other thing, to be honest with you, Tim, is when I look at my crons, like set 17 has cool stuff going on for the factions that it calls out, but very little else going on for anyone otherwise. So to make the defense at all challenging, like we lost a lot of power with set 15 expiring. To make this really feel challenging, I had to put a lot of set 16 down, and one of the better values for this support cron is going to be the Gungans with Tarple. So that's another reason it's down. Like, you're asking if it's worthwhile. It's like, strategically speaking, I think it would have cost me something I'd rather have kept in order to have not set this. So that's kind of where I'm at with it. Hope that helps. All right, bottom front. So you can see I've generally been having Jabba parked right here, but I moved him up top, and now we have no GL showing bottom front. So, ooh, big scary mystery. What's in the back? You'll have to find out tomorrow. Treya, Nihilus, Savage waits for him, followed by Enoch, Knight, and DTP. Great Mothers, Morgan, and Spirit. And if you haven't seen it by now, God damn it! I hate the RNG on this cron. Look at this garbage. Look at this absolute garbage. I've seen people with 200 pushing up on 300% offense just randoming into it on this set. I've already got on my little soapbox, I think, in round 1 of this week to complain about how ridiculous this is. But I hate it, man. I hate it. I'm not a fan. This is such a dud, man. The health feels nice. The night, I mean, it's not bad. The team has a lot of synergies with health. That's all well and good. It's nothing like 300% freaking offense, I'll tell you that. That's right. 0 offense for the homies. I would pour one, but I'm not going to spill the liquor, and I'm not going to clean up the spill. So I'm not going to pour one for all us homies with no offense on the Great Mother's Crown. All right. Saw Luthen and Kyle. Yeah, I was pleased with the results from round 2, right? Versus Quig. He was on voice with us, and he was kind enough to share, once I'd cleared enough into his board, he shared that he tried a couple things. I want to say Treya, I forget the other one. In the end, I think he said he used Leia to clear it, though, so satisfying price. This is, again, set 16 support cron. Let me show you. I didn't show this off. I forgot to show this off at any other point this week. I remodded Kyle. I surveyed a couple of the other top players, so I'm not saying this is by any means original, but it makes sense, especially with set 16 having this ramp on crit damage. I've had him in an offense set since the dawn of this character, and putting him in this crit damage set was a fun little project. Moving everything around and then slicing up a few mods. There's some really weird mods on this character, but look how it all stacks up. 295 speed, got the crit damage bonus, just over 10,300 offense, 100% crit chance on the nose. A destroyer. An ender of worlds. So, let's see how it goes. All right, then you got Queen, Padawan Obi-Wan, Master Qui-Gon with the set 17 Master Qui-Gon cron. I feel like set 16 is going to continue to prove to be the better option, but I'm actually very stressed on those right now for the reasons I already said. Like, making a decent defense required a good bit of my set 16s, which included the majority of my support, so had to make a call, and for the characters that have the cron, they absolutely wanted to have the set 16 more than the Queen team, so she'll have to do. And that's where we are with that. All right, top side for Valico. So he's got Dash, Hondo, and Visas with the Visas cron. This is interesting, right? Kind of cool, man. It's kind of cool. I feel like there's probably some fairly easy way to game it out that I just have to think about for a second. So she'll come back. So if we wrap her out with like something Han Chewie, Bam Han Chewie, Dash Han Chewie, she's gonna give that offense bonus from coming back, right? And then Dash goes, yeah, revive all other defeated allies and other allies. So yeah, nobody else will have died at this point. Recover plus 100% health and protection, gain 100% turn meter, and plus 100% offense until the end of battle. So it's a trap. Not only, you got to consider that she can resurrect others, so it's not an inconsiderable thing. But the threat is if you just focus her down, Dash might just hose you, man. That could be bad. All right, then he's got Tuskens, all Relic 5, so that is not the worst. I think I could relatively safely do that with gas arc echo, something like that. All right, Maul, Sabine, and Bam. That's interesting, right? I'll have to check the speeds on these. But if it is what I think it is, yeah, I mean, not a lot stops us from going right after Maul. It's just that she's gonna get the bonus turn after after every one of my guys goes, so it's mildly annoying. All right, Rex, CRex, 5s. Yeah, that was something I set last round as well. He did it with the tank cron. I kind of like that. It makes it harder to just, I don't know, push the taunt off of 5s. It's not a bad call, actually. How good is this cron? Pretty good cron. Alright, Gas Arc Echo. Okay, and this is going to be stun? Yeah. So, you're thinking, I might be able to do this with Wampa. And he's like, if you want, you can try. No counterattacks, so no turn meter gain, so, you just have to chill there and wait while we pound on you. But the good news is, you would have all the durability from the Wampacron, right? Wouldn't that be wild if it would still work? I'll have to sit there and think about that. Imagine not having it at all, Farrell. No, see, that's the thing, though. I know it sounds like such a douchey complaint. I appreciate where you're coming from. Imagine not having it at all. Okay, I hear you. And if you're getting matched up against opponents that do have it, that sucks, man. I mean, tip of the hat to you, because clearly you're punching above your weight if you're down resources like that, but you're fighting people that have it, so credit where credit's due. That's tough. I would say, though, the issue is that the way that they've changed these marquees is that it's still costing you between $150 and $200 to cheaply 7-star the character, right? And in so doing, you get the, bespoke datacron, and that's fine. I mean, okay, fine. You're spending the money up front to have this special thing. They know what they're doing. We all know what it is. Okay, fine. That's what it was with this first Night Trooper cron, right? And the stats were reasonable. I didn't see anybody have a really bad Night Trooper cron for stat distribution, right? Even with their bonus stats that you couldn't otherwise get on the set. But because the stats on this are so random, like, first of all, set 17 is a random-ass set for stats, but then the actual rolls that they put down for you, the boosted rolls on this Great Mother's cron, are just all over the place. So these wildly divergent stat outcomes feels pretty greasy when we all spent the same $200-ish. Again, could completely sound like a hugely douchey complaint, but while we're all here having the Great Mothers and the Great Mother's cron, it is a little wild that some of us are that much better off than others. I wish I could set that thing on fire, that track. I hate that track so damn much. All right. Oh, completely agree. If you're spending the dollars to get the stuff, not being able to reroll stats is pretty idiotic. Yeah, or they could have just done it like they've done the last set, where you could get something different. Oh, you got more armor penetration. Oh, you got more crit damage. But on a physical attacker like Night Trooper, there's better and worse, but there were no bad ways to go, right? This bad ways to go thing is just could have been worse. I could have gotten straight protection on this thing, right? All right, bottom front, where the games begin. So we have another Radis Jin Pao team. Round 1, I used Bossk Grief Mando, and they even got to the point where Radis popped off and used Hope. All 3 of them revive, right? Because I used the Bossk Kron, set 16. So I used that with Dadba, Boba, and Mando. They both had Bounty Hunters Resolve. So all 3 of them died. All 3 of them stood back up. And then I 57 the fight after that. Hopefully it won't be quite as insane if that's what I end up doing here, but it's decently fast. That's not slow. How fast are you, lady? Okay, now that lady's got the zoomies. 346. Holy shit. Holy shit, that's really fast. Okay, yeah, you're a big lad. Okay, all right, fine. Alright, that's an interesting one. Saw Luthen and Baze with the Luthen Kron. Okay, so the first not set 16 Saw that I'm fighting. It's got Tank Revive level 3, non-GL damage reduction, Rogue One allies. Non-Galactic Legend Rogue One. So neither Saw nor Luthen are Rogue One. Okay, that's fair. And then the explosive trap is just going to pop off that much sooner. And when it does detonate, there's protection disruption. That's not good. Okay. I don't want to do Reva. I did Reva round 1, and that was bad. I would not recommend the experience. Kellering, Cam, and Plo is next with the Plokron. Haven't seen this one yet in the wild, but I respect it. He's got the tank revive there for Plo. Dig that. Stun on 6. Respect. 100% defense. God, the true damage shit. Whenever another ally uses an ability while buffed on their turn, Plo assists. No. How are we gonna do this? Do we do like Reva with 5th Brother instead of 7th Sister? With the support Kron? Is that how we do that? I wonder. Alright, JKL, GK, and Shaak T. Man, I'll tell you what, like, I know I ended up handling it with, I want to say Reva last round, so you can't Reva everything, so that's a fair point. Pretty fast for a JKL lead at 264. Rockin' offense, though, not the highest crit chance, but that's why it's an offense build, so that's fair. The GK, I don't care about, but I should probably look at it because he's put love into the rest of it. Damn little fruit flies in here. Wife bought a bunch of fruit. And with the king, the fruit flies. Now dig this. You want to see some shit? 369. This may be the fastest Shaak T I have ever personally seen. Like, the last time I might have seen one this fast or faster was in the end-all be-all days. Like, because he's the one that pitched this team a long time ago, or at least popularized it. I don't know if he invented it, but that was the last time, like right when that was fresh and really hit the community at large. That's when I saw some really bizarrely fast Shaak Ts. But not like that. Not in a long time. Alright, turn meter level 3, stun on 6, and the Shaak T 9. Stats are kind of whatever. It's all about the effects. I respect that. Alright, last but never least, Queen, Padawan, Obi-Wan, and Master Qui-Gon, set 16, support Kron. Yeah, that's a lot of defense. What are we gonna do about you, friend? That should be interesting. Okay, so the game plan. This guy is usually setting very few GLs. So, like our last opponent, I'm thinking I can expect about 2. If there are 3, I should be able to muddy my way through it. But I need to make sure that I'm reasonably covered for the top wall teams. This is where I can sometimes trap myself. I need to make sure I've got good stuff for all these. The Dash Hondo Visas. That's tricky. That is a tricky little thing, isn't it? It's about right. Tuskens, so yeah, that can be gas. That can also be Bossk, but I don't think I want to Bossk that. I think I want to Bossk something else. So we'll assign gas to that for now. The Maul, Sabine, and Bam. The first thing that jumped to mind to me is JKR. It's just, although you don't really need to do that. The JKR is just nice because you can kind of go all in on them. But we have a lot of different tools in our pocket today. I don't know. Rex, CRex. I know I just fought that. What did I end up using? I used gas that round. Didn't I fight it round 1 as well? I'm wrong about that. Yeah, I guess not. Alright, so Bossk, Mando, Dadbod is like the leading thought in my mind for that Radis team. Because God, is that just so corny. Just blasting them out. Alright. Saw Luthen. I want to say I heard Cere Malicos does that. Dig this. Another fact about Valico. Very seldomly is he setting Rey on defense. So, I think I'm at liberty to use Cere Malicos there. The question is, I guess I would want to save Starkiller as an intact team, so who's the third to go with that? Is that still... Well, it depends on what we're doing. The good news about using Cere in this way with Malicos is that when we do kill Baze, Baze stays down. Doesn't stop us from having Luthen bring people back. Fair. It would be nice to be able to get past the taunt. So, you want crew then? Okay. Alright, I'm glad we settled on something. Yeah, you might notice I actually have Rey available for offense. Another fun fact about Valico. Just been stomping folks since it's been a thing. Cere Malicos Starkiller against Rey. I don't know that there's any permutation of Rey that's going to hold up to that. So, do that shit somewhere else. That's kind of the idea. Cere, Malicos, we'll take crew. So that means it's Faust with Slacker. What's your pleasure? Support Kron, Dark Side. This one is the one I think we should use. Because this one is the one that is reserved for Aphra. This one doesn't actually belong to anyone. Kind of interesting, really. The health is kind of nice. Let's think about this. Yeah, so that explosive trap shit's gonna hurt a lot, right? Maybe, but the fight should end before that becomes a thing. right? It's physical damage when it goes off. So it would be mitigated by defense. There is no defense on this gun. Holy shit, is there a lot of physical frickin' damage, though. Jesus. I mean, this one isn't that much worse. They're both... So this one's tank revive. What am I finding here? Yeah. We could revive. There's no reason we couldn't revive against Saw. It would certainly be better banners, and it would be highly efficient to use this way. Alright. Let's see if we got a winner here. That Visas Kron is going to be trouble. I hear you, dude. I hear you. See, this would be a great team to use against that. Right? Yeah, I don't know. Alright, we'll open up on Saw when we can. There's no dispelling, so they have to just get around crew the old-fashioned way. How quickly will they be able to do that? So Baze is going to be decently fast, 220. Probably not faster than crew. There is some AoE involved, so we'll gain turn meter off that, I think. I think this is a good idea. Have I tried Iden and her Kron versus Saw? I've had good results even versus high relics. Versus which orientations of Saw? Set 16? Set 17? With Luthen? Oh shit! He doesn't have any of the Luthen omis. Oh my god. Let's think about Iden here. The no Luthen omi is pretty significant. Alright. Can you do a no revive Kron on Visas? That's why Cere Malicos is so appealing for that, dude. I can just lay everybody down at the same time and they'll just stay dead. That would kind of be the idea. Alright, well while we're kind of mulling that one over, let's have a little fun, shall we? Bossk. Where's Fat Boy Fat? Not Fat Boy Slim, just Fat Boy Fat. This is fun. Here's the answer to the Visas dilemma. I mean, there's more than one way to skin that particular cat. We could do it with Lord Vader, but Cere Malicos would be the most decisive and quick way to end the fight. Crazy that I'm saying that, but I mean, that is almost certainly hilarious overkill, but it is one of the first things that comes to mind. Alright, let's roll. TJ, if you're out there, this sip is for you, the patron saint of this team. Don't you fucking dare kill me. Alright, thank you. We all have one job. It's called Operation Kick the Shit Out of Her. Her in particular. I don't like her. She doesn't like me either. The Shaak feels somewhat unnecessary here. We're not met yet. We're met on this attack, though. Don't you dare. Alright, thank you. Thank you for your participation. Get out of my house. Get off my plane. Shaak prevents us from gaining health, but not prot? Yeah, we got prot back. Yay, memory still works. Good job, Bourbon. We're working together. You're a good guy. Hey, that whole taking all my turn shit, though. Could you not? That's really not going to do a whole lot for the rest of them, but this will do enough. Okay. I'm sure we'll all be fine. So, he just doesn't get to go anymore, I think. Crap. Hey, my man. Okay, we won't be able to get Turn Meter for any reason. Now you can go back to this, right? Make with that then. Is that it? Okay. Good news, gentlemen. We are not Giga-locked forever. Can gain Turn Meter, but what's the point? I don't want to really delay. Yeah, I really want to be able to do at least one more of these before the fight ends, something like that. End of the fight coming soon? It can come anytime I want. So, let's try and get Shaak off of Dabud. Okay, Shaak is down. I think the snipe cinches it for us. Okay. A good start to the evening. We can also take this one on as well. This one's just gonna be your boy Bane. Darth Vader was supposedly the recipe. That really didn't do much for me last time. Not that it cost me the fight, but let's see here. I think this is the very cron I used. Super high defense is the key. I think. Alright. Dispel. Yeah. I was talking about this with Quig yesterday. People are just doing... They can't have their cooldowns manipulated, so they're just doing this. Removing this. Ooh, shit. You counter? Yeah, it's okay. It's okay. Okay. It's less okay than it was, though. Okay. That part's okay. The rest of this could be okay-er. It's pretty hilarious that Padawan's already won. Giga. Everybody be cool. Stop it. Stop with the dispels. I don't like it. Stop. You can't do this. Hey. You were really supposed to die some time ago. I'm actually impressed. For pricks. I can smack you right now for whatever reason. Take the money and run? Don't you fucking dare kill me. You are shit and no one loves you. Hey, Dagger, how you doing? I see you're having a normal one. Be dope to kill you. I mean, I'll kill whoever I can, honestly, at this point. Quick question, why aren't you dying? Just between you and me. Dagger subscribed for 26 months. Haha, loser. You come here to insult me and then give me money. Haha. Who's laughing now? Hey, Feathers, what's going on, man? Why will you not fucking guard me? Asshole. Come on. 2.5 minutes. I'm putting all of my faith, all of my hope, all of my dreams into you. Okay. Can't really do the cooldown manipulation aspect of things. It's fair. Woohoo! Ha! Alright. This should work. Glad I didn't really use any kind of valuable Sith, I guess. Alright, JKL. I know... Wasn't it Dagger saying from the rooftops that it's Iden? But I wonder if that's considering this set with the stuns and all that. I don't know. Because if they're going to be drawn... Why is that still blown up? Let me fix that. That's going to annoy me. There you go, buddy. All better now. Yeah, anyway. That was a thick-ass Master Qui-Gon. Indeed he was. That was a thick lad. I will give you that. You're 2 for 2 with versus JKL with Iden. And they had level 6 stun. What is that? Range and death? Storm and death? What is that? Range death with her attacker crumb. I'll give that a go. Yeah, I'd heard about this from Dagger. I didn't remember. Range. Hopefully I didn't already use that crumb. Yeah, this is the good one. We want the good one, I assume. And then I assume it's just focused down Shaak T as the fastest member of the band. Yeah, open on Shaak, yeah. Yeah, that's about right. Alright, let's see how this goes. For science. Shouldn't be that high a risk. Okay, you there. Did you just dodge me fucking twice? Quick question, just thought I should ask. I'm assuming we want to do this. We can dispel. Just wrap you down immediately. Oh yeah, that's inappropriate. Okay. So she doesn't get to do anything for the rest of the match. Always fun. I guess we can just wrap him though, right? Yeah, kind of like that. Yeah, come here, come here, come here, come here. Oh, you son of a bitch. Could have killed Shaak, maybe, instead. She can't hide herself, so the idea has merit. Fair. Oh, ho, ho. Oh, woe unto you if this bitch gets to move. Alright, let's not make the same mistake. First, let's get rid of the 10-0. Because I wouldn't have been able to apply Deathmark to her otherwise. Not that, you know, that has become redundant. We could go for the double tap to stun. No, you can't stun him. That's right, he's immune to stun. This is a heal. And then she can do it once more. Shields up. Weapons online. That's as good as it gets. 57. I like that. All right, that was a value buy. That means that I don't really have to think hard about how I'm using Reva. So that was a real treat. Iden, death, and range. Appreciate you, Dagger. Thanks for the assist there. 57. So 2 57s and a 55 so far. Looking good. Looking good. Okay. So, no Luthen Omis. Remind me what that shit does, because as a proud owner of 3 Luthen Omis, I don't remember anything. Okay. Okay. Oh, shit. Target rebel fighter ally ignores taunt. That can't be good. Jesus. Okay, so that's the free resummon. I dig that. Oh, did I see the offense set on you, boy? I appreciate you, my man. Look at that. Dude. That's a thick lad. 360. Wait, that's me. I'm sitting here admiring myself. Shit. I was thinking this was his for a second. This is good bourbon. I hadn't seen a lot of people do the offense thing, so I was like, I was actually excited to see maybe a kindred spirit. So, it's only mildly embarrassing. It's fine. Okay. Still pretty damn fast, aren't you? I let myself down. Yeah. Nah, that was good. Yeah, no, that was a good one. People have been doing stuff like Bossk versus Kel, but I've already done that freebie, so I think I'll just go ahead and do Reva here. Inquisitorius, what do I care about? I do like Healercron. Honestly, it's grown on me. Because definitely, I feel like she's the thinnest of the three here. So it's kind of nice to have her hooked up like that. It's also an excuse, you see, because I have a glut of Healercrons, which rarely get used, and some of them are even good. That one has 32% physical damage with a bunch of defense on it. It's probably good. This one also has 82% physical damage. And you know what I'm gonna do? I'm gonna save that for use with Rey. Yeah, maybe... is that with Rey? I don't know. Either way, I'll take this one for Reva. Yeah. Always good when I can admire myself. No, I was excited to see someone else trying to do the thing, but no one else was doing the thing. Alright, so there is going to be some revive factor here. It would be great to get Cam out of the game soonest. Almost. Stay on target. How are we comparatively? They all have to just do basic. Just basic. Oh, yes. Yes, kill him quickly. Kill him quickly. While he's busy having death mark. Shields up. It's fine. Finish him. Oh, yeah. Yeah, there won't be coming back from that particular one right there. Sorry about that, bud. Tass knows I'm in the single set of footprints in the sand. God, Dagger knows the number of times I've unironically said that to other people I've been gaming with over the years, and he's seen it where it'll be like in League of Legends or something, it'll be the entire rest of my team is just getting like dumpstered on by the other team, and nevertheless, I am able to become the one set of footprints in the sand that carries us to victory. Dagger knows it in his bones. So this is kind of shit banners wise, and I more or less resent it. Yeah, 54. I'm sad. I thought I was doing well for myself. I think it made it worse with the spread from Grand Inquisitor. Probably would have had a 55, I think. Boo. So noted. Okay. So yeah, Cere Malicos crew was an idea there, but I can do other stuff. I don't know what I do here, though. You think Starkiller works? This is non-Omi Luthen? head and shoulders faster than them. Doesn't Starkiller kind of work here? That's right, my Dagger says, my E-Peen is the only peen I can admire, so cut him some slack. Listen, when I lose this beer gut, I'll be able to appreciate myself just fine, okay? What have you been using versus Great Mothers with the Kron? Dig this. This guy doesn't have that. I saw that in his history. His is like Gear 11 or something, alright? So, I didn't have to worry about that. What have I been using, though? JMK. I've also heard Ray works. I haven't seen it. I haven't done it. But JMK is what I've been doing. Nothing less than JMK. Like, immediately smiting Great Mothers and praying to God that they did not doom Cat off rip. The first time I did it, they doomed Cat, and I finished the fight for like a 51, and I lost Cat. The second time, they doomed JMK, which is neat. That's a neat intel piece, because we know that the AI doesn't have like a smart targeting for something like Cat. It's pretty dumb, and it'll just go after someone randomly. Okay. So the idea is no drops, though. That's the plan. Things can always go poorly. If we do JKR, I think that's one of the worst options with the tank revive. I think that's painful. They do have the damage reduction, so we got to think in terms of that. Aphra was also a classic counter for this, and I don't expect that he will have Jabba on defense. We have other means of dealing with that if it is there. So, wouldn't Aphra be a reasonable option here? Cooldown increase and then just wrap him out? He doesn't even, this Luthen doesn't even get the free summon on start. So, I think I might be onto something there. And then I'll just figure out somewhere to use Ray on offense once I see what I'm dealing with. This is the one. Ba-da-ba-da-bap-bap. Yeah, opponent set JMK and his 3 battles in versus my Great Mothers. He walked away. He has Great Mothers, but no Morgan, so not sure if it's in the back or he got it late. Yep. It's really... To be fair, how long have been people at the top of the game been saying that there's too many offensive tools, and so you would have to create a team that demands something from the very top. And it just so happens that one of the earliest counters found was JMK. Others will emerge, but I'm not at all surprised that somebody, they thought they had a plan for how they were dealing with it. They were going to do something, and that something wasn't big enough, whatever you planned on. And you might have thought that Slacker was big enough or something like that, but that's the wrong kind of big. So, yeah. Artificially propped up teams isn't the answer. I think it is a lazy answer from a game design point of view, but I also think that's looking at it like empirically, like not in context of all of the other competing priorities that they have working on this game. And I don't say that to make excuses for them. What I'm saying is that there are worse solutions than this. This isn't a good one, though. I don't know. All right, so what are we going to do? We're going to open up with the cooldown increase and just try and brap them out. I've been fine with the exclusive crowns up until now with the super stats. Yeah, I mean, I've already said my piece here on a couple episodes about that. So you're not going to get any argument out of me. Alright, so they do get to do some stuff. Alright, you're alive. That's cool. So I could call you. If I kill you, I don't get to... Yeah. Okay. Well, this is kind of cool. You already had that shit go off immediately before this. Immediately before this. Just a basic, if you would kindly. Thank you. Turn meter gains, little bit, and brap. So this is the part that can suck. We have to finish the fight now pretty quickly. Stay on him? Fuck, I hate that part. Alright, that's fine. Okay, stop that. This is a call, but I don't need the call. I need to just straight up brap you. Crit damage down means less crit damage, but it's still probably the single strongest attack. Which brings us around to this. Hi, Luthen. Hi. Hi. You son of a bitch, you weren't supposed to hide on me. Who said you could do that? Die. Get the fuck out of my house. It's my house. Yeah, if that was some triple Omi Luthen stuff, that shit ain't work. Alright? I don't know that works. Alright, we are through the front wall. No drops. No blood price. It is full cheese. It is so vanishingly rare that this happens. Man. Wow. This is incredible. It's been a while. Okay. Trench Jango what? Okay, my man went with that same shit. All right, respect it. All right, Stormtrooper Han Chewie. What did I do for this? I did Radis, Jin, and Cassian for this yesterday. Somebody was pulling it off last 3 versus 3 before the new Rogue One Cron. So with it, yeah, man, that was like a song. That was really nice. I like that one. All right. Qui-Gon Jinn, Eeth, and that is JK. Okay. Wow. That's so cool. I get it now because of the 100% offense gain. So it's kind of compensating for Cam not being there. I really dig that. That's a nice split. That's a clever split. Yeah, I'm probably gonna unceremoniously steal that shit. That's gonna be something that happens. Alright, so then you've got Nass, Jar Jar. Wow, no Omis. No Omis, Jar Jar. And then Phalanx, what it appears to be. So that we'll just do the BKM that everybody else is doing. BKM, Paz, Grogu. Don't have to overwork that. Wow, Malgus. SM and Sass. So he kept DR as well. Holy shit. He kept every GL. Let's think about what else he kept. He kept Reva. He kept Darth Revan. BSF Malak. BKM. Cere Malicos. Ooh, man. I'm glad I approached it the way I did here, man. Now I just have to not drop anything else. Okay. So this is a dangerous position for me. I rarely fight this way, and now I need to stop and think about the best way to do it. So nothing less than a GL need be thrown at this dash team, right? It would ideally be, I think maybe Slacker. We'll just annihilate the other two, kill Visas last, and then the fight's over. What would be critical is that Slacker himself he has to kill on his own turn for it to be a permanent. Actually, no, we can do that Cere shit, right? That's exactly what we were talking about. This is what I'm saying. I gotta be careful. Get myself in trouble. JKR would eat up this CRex team. Yeah, because we would still have Savior on our side and everything, right? So we'll just take something like that. Sith Eternal for the gas? Yeah, they won't be able to stun. This isn't especially high damage either. That's the thing. You guys think that there's merit to Wampa? God, no, this could just be Lord Vader. That's right. Wow. Guys, I have 4 GLs. I've got to really sit here and think about it. Using some type of GL to cripple Qui-Gon would be nice. As far as dealing with Malgus goes, that might be best handled by C. Where do I see Rey getting used? Rey can be used to overpower something. Let's write out what the top teams are and assign them to any random team. This is something I struggle with, is just visualizing everything. So, Rey, Lord Vader, Slacker, C. We already wrote BKM out. Still got JKR. We already wrote Gas. We could use DR and Malgus separately. We could. Star Killer yet exists. Cere Malicos is. Oh my god, I have frickin' everything. There can be no mistakes. I have way too much material to be making any kind of error. So Cere, Malicos, and who? Dash Hondo Visas. Probably Cal, right? Cal's like the greatest mitigation. And then we're just going to make a hideous wreckage of Dash immediately after. So that's going to work. The Tuskens might be one of the roughest fights. Gas we might be able to move. I wasn't satisfied with the performance of Gas Arc Echo Banners Wise versus his Rex CRex. I don't think I want to do something like a mirror. Versus the Stormtrooper Han Chewie. That is kind of interesting though, right? I see it. We already have Lord Vader written in. I think that's about it. Wow. Rey can go versus the trench, I guess. Okay. Where was Slacker going? I don't know, somewhere. I like the Lord Vader versus Gas idea. Isn't like DR BSF Malak a classic counter? Go ahead and pay the 2 and under. Go ahead and pay the 2 and under. Yeah, I mean, I feel like we're in a pretty good spot. Oh man, I am cooking in here though. Jeez, it is getting hot in here. Crumbs, my shepherd, I shall wail harder. Sorry, Kickban, I missed you there. Yeah, I hear you, Dagger. It's legitimate criticism of the way they're taking the game. I mean, the bespoke Datacron thing does seem to be we're not financially punishing them for it. So what are they to believe? That it's not a good idea to do? I don't know. I don't know what the answer is. Like, here's one thing I will say. Right, wrong, or indifferent, they have been making design decisions that favor the long-term health of the game, I do believe. This doesn't feel like the healthiest thing. So, I acknowledge that. But there's reason to be hopeful. Okay, so with this stun shit, yeah, can we take a look at Wampa just to see? I just want to see. It might still be a terrible idea. So this would be the one to use, right? We'd have the dots. So we'd have the dots working for us. We get the big ramp. So it's like you're getting stunned every couple of turns. Yeah, I feel like that's probably stupid. So I probably won't do that. Yeah, you can't resist the stun. Alright. Yeah, I don't think Wampa gets any play today. Interesting. Alright, what's the fight you would like to do first? Let's go ahead and take care of gas. I think this is still probably the best way to do it. Light side attacker. Favor defense. Try and get as many counterattacks off of gas as possible. This looks like our lucky contestant. Protection and all. Kind of nice, honestly. The special offense or whatever is wasted, but it'll do. Tip of the hat for commitment to cheese, I guess. I mean, here's the thing, man. Here's the thing. It's a very different challenge fighting cheese. And getting caught off guard by it is fine. Losing to it is understandable. Losing to it and whining about it, bad look on anybody. And I see far too many players espousing that look. Like, can you imagine unironically having the lack of self-awareness that you're going to sit there and whine about a tactic? It's just a tactic that you lost to, but you weren't supposed to lose to that. You were supposed to win, or you weren't supposed to lose that way. And gosh golly, gee darn it, that's not fair. Yeah, no, I hate that. So, no, if I lose to cheese, okay, well, I need to prepare for that. All right, let's go ahead. How dare you throw TJ under the bus? Wow. Dagger going for the kill tonight. I ain't saying shit. I just work here. They don't even let me on the fryer yet. I just work them up. Yeah, that's that relic differential kicking in. Right there. That's what that is right there, friends. Okay. Oh my god. Everyone's getting sunset here. Right here. Right about... Nah, there-ish. Yeah, right there. That part hurts. Ooh, God, he's gonna destroy you. Okay. Ba-da-ba-da-bop-bop-bop. I've never understood why he's able to come back. Like, I get that he gets some type of resummon because of the Omicron from Raider. But I just don't get how he's able to come back this time when you have that gas leadership effect in. Nobody gets to come back. Nobody comes back. Ain't no way, not no how. Don't nobody see the wizard. But he gets to see the wizard. And I think that's some bullshit. Isn't it a bug? You know what? It certainly wouldn't be the first to go long-term and unaddressed. Shocking. Offensive, you might even say. Alright, Gas Arc Echo with that Attackercron is pretty dope. I guess support would also be pretty cool here too, because I think Echo is support. So I like that. Alright, 56 is my kind of money, by the way. Oh my god, I forgot I have freaking Tuskens. Don't Tuskens just shit stain any form and format of CRex? Don't they just do that? I might not even need to use them though with all the things I have. Boy, do you have a bunch of GLs and shit. So Qui-Gon, Eeth, and JKA, huh? So then you're feared if I just lock you out immediately, right? If I use Malgus, Malak, DR against the Qui-Gon team, the Maul, Sabine, and Bam might be more dangerous than I'm giving it credit for. Bonus turn shit. Bonus turn shit. No, sir. Not for me. Not in my house. I think that one might get slacker from me. So JKR can go somewhere else. Slacker Hux Faust? Sure, why not? Show it some respect. Hux Faust. Dash Hondo Visas. I'm not really seeing the need for crew there. Just having maximum durability would be key early on. Mitigation. Protection up. Cere Malicos Cow for dash. Let's go ahead and do that. Let's have us some fun. God, this team's so hideous. Let's see. Somehow the Tusken return. I dislike cheese as a tactic, says Dagger, and I hate that it's viable, to be honest, but it's real, and I will lose more than I win if efficiency is the game, because I'm past my prime in this game and out of practice. Well, Dagger, I mean, you know, I appreciate you catching up to something the rest of us knew years and years ago. I'm kidding, of course, but yeah. Efficiency is boring, says Ziltoid. We need blood on the dance floor. I mean, it is boring, but I like to say it like this. It isn't the best example. It isn't the best analogy, but I'd like to say it's like if you're a chess player, it's like losing to the 4-move mate, right? It's like, I mean, it is a pretty unfair analogy because with the 4-move mate, you can at least see it coming. And with the way you set up a board in Galaxy of Heroes with that back wall always being hidden, you can't quite always see something coming. But that's what scouting is for, so if you do see it coming because you scout and they're just overall an efficiency player, and then you get had by that anyway, who's really to blame? You know? That's kind of where I'm at with that. Bane says, I don't like to play cheese, but when people beat me with it, it's just my lumps. Exactly, yeah, you don't have to like the experience. You can just cop to it. You can just own it like the rest of us and say, damn, I didn't think I was going to get shit on, but then I got shit on. Who knew? You know, I mean, you try to do better for it next time. That's why I gotta be so careful with this guy. I gotta be real careful, because I prefer to do some mud wrestling, and I would hate... If I lose and I'm trying, okay, I tried. I know I gave it my best. I really don't think I left any money on the table. If I'm careless, if I'm sloppy, if I'm dropping banners out of negligence, unacceptable. Can't do that. Can't be doing that. It's like losing to a pawn rush, to keep with the chess analogy. Sure, something like that. The point is it's like it's meager from a strategic point of view, but then again, if it's so shit, why are you losing to it? So, yeah. The annoying part, says Dagger, is averaging 64.5 banners on ground and losing by 10. So I'm assuming you're talking like 5 versus 5 banner counts. Yeah, that is the having an individual match versus an efficiency player is one thing. All right, having an efficiency based meta where you're stuck with it for some time, that's some shit, and you have my sympathy for that, for sure. So this massive health is quite beneficial to us here. We'll have an absolutely insane protection up pool. But this is sexier, right? We get the, quite frankly, absurd almost 52% physical damage. Let's just see what, Big Dick Willie over here is working with here. Yeah, just real casual, almost 17k offense. Yeah, I think I'm not going to worry about this one too much. Let's go. Hi. Okay, that's fine. Thank you for the kidnap. All right, so here, let's go ahead and slow this down. Wop, 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 wop. Get the fuck off my plane. You get nothing. You lose. Good day, sir. Ah. Yeah, you can kidnap whatever the fuck you want, buddy. Whatever you say. I just work here. Yeah. Alright, 57. Yeah, I mean, I'm not at all surprised, right? That's a lot of force to be throwing at that, to be sure. Gas Arc Echo. What am I gonna do about you, man? Is that like Lord Vader? There is Dispelling. There is a Cleanse from Rex. So, you could do that. Okay, that works. Probably Sith Eternal. It's just C with 2 assholes and a tank revive. So I feel like just going in with set is appropriate. I don't feel like armor is necessary for this matchup. And that's me saying that. Like, I'm pretty conservative about this fight, if I'm being honest with you. Nevertheless, we'll take this, bulk up our set as much as possible, make us feel good about going in relatively undermanned. Should be good. Yeah, it's some big shit. That Malicos is a bad lad. It's true. Duck stab. That's right, Tim. Yes. Zaxxas. Problem is, when it doesn't feel like many GLs are worth setting because off meta is so strong in 5s, you can have a cheese meta. So that's the thing, Zach. The rise and the fall of individual metas is meant to be a pretty big swing, and it's meant to be a pretty tough punch to roll with. What I find is reliable, season in, season out, are the player tendencies. This is why I put such a heavy emphasis on scouting. Like, any of my patrons, anybody I've ever coached, playing the man is more important than playing the game most of the time. As a proper strategy game should be, most of these games are won in the planning, right? Like, if you screw up executing a fight, I do it all the time. You've seen it here all the time. Like, I'm not saying I'm not saying you can't screw up fights and then go on to win the match, because I do that all the time too. But, like, the idea is that the biggest upsets, the best probability of actually securing a win is winning it through the planning. And how to plan best? Through scouting. So, you know, when I saw Valico and I saw how efficient he likes to be, I didn't expect him to go this light. I didn't expect him to go 0 GLs. Not that there's a lot of difference between 0 and 2, because I had all the right solutions reserved regardless for something up to like 4 or 5 GLs, right? So, you know, to yours and other people's point, there's so many options on attack and so many GLs feel trivialized. I hear you, but that's where getting a read on how this guy's gonna work makes the difference. So that's why I set like no GLs bottom front. It seemed like the right idea. When I was planning this match out, I was halfway through planning out this board and I asked Dagger how he thought he might set it up, and he threw me the bone about the idea of having the job up top, the no GLs down bottom, and then an unknown number of GLs in the back, which was largely part of the plan anyway, because it's a pretty big deal that I have great mothers and he doesn't. And that is a huge advantage that you would only notice if you scout your opponent. So I can keep harping on it, and you can, yeah, everybody could be tired of it. That's fine. But it is the way, all right? Now we just chill. We coast. Might even get to top off old boy if we can ride out the doubt. Yeah, I don't think that's just gonna happen. Set is frightfully slow. He might survive, but he's not gonna get topped off. That's fine. I respect that. The zappy pappy dun 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 dun. That's fine. Alright. Bane says, 100%. Now that every team is a design GL counter, GLs are kind of mediocre, you could almost build a solid Kyber 2 roster without GLs at all. You know, in the old Grand Arena system, there were a fair few players that actually subscribed to that philosophy, that they decided to avoid these top-end GL characters that had recently been added to the game, and they would get to them eventually, but only after they finished all of their other goals, because they knew what they were doing in terms of off-meta GL counters. And then Datacrons came to the game. And that was the end of the reliability, all that shit. Different off-counters get to exist, but if your whole roster is based on off-counters, you are hoed out long-term. So I hear what you're saying, that some of them are made mediocre by the kind of off-counters that are enabled season over season, with the Datacron sets coming, changing out. But you'll still see me put a fair number of GLs on defense, between 3 and 5 most of the time. It's about what they draw, and that goes again. It's all back to the scouting. If I know what you like to do against what, I'm gonna make arrangements thusly, and that's it. That's it. The most fun I have in this game, honestly, guys. I enjoy streaming. First of all, being with all of you is amazing. I enjoy this. This is a lot of fun. That is large part why I do it. But the most fun I have in the game, hands down, is the planning. Because it's like that Tim Curry gif where his eyes like roll into the back of his head, like from Home Alone 2, when he realizes he's busted Macaulay Culkin. He figured out that he's fraudulently using the credit card. It's that face, the eyes rolling into the back of the head with bliss. That is the feeling when you read a motherfucker down to the bone. All right, that is the feeling. That was a 57, right? I like that. I like that a lot. How often do you get to pull that off? Alright, let's see how this one goes. I guess it's just Grogu. Dagger says, the only upside to 3v3, it's generally a one-shot meta and less banner pinching, more just coming correct. Yeah, it generally is, that's fair. Oberon Quid says, it sucks to lose, it's not as bad to lose to a better strat or a better play as it is to lose on RNG. Like you play a perfect game, then lose on ship assist RNG, or dodge when dodge is in season. I hear you, Oberon. That shit is whack. You're right. You're right. Losing to RNG is never great. But you can console yourself by saying, like, well, that was just going to happen then. I mean, there's nothing you can do. But if you're losing to individual tactics, if you're losing to cheese, it's like, then you're vulnerable to cheese, dude. Your strategy is vulnerable to cheese. Like, that's you saying that. Not saying you, obviously, personally. But anybody who would complain about losing to cheese is, it's like, right, so if you're losing to cheese, your strategy is vulnerable to cheese. Think about this. All right. Let's see. Dagger says, I just hate how 3 vs 3 doesn't have many, if any, transferable skills to 5 vs 5. Lacking value in learning it because I can't use the knowledge anywhere else. I've long disagreed with you about that in the sense that teams function fundamentally differently in 3 vs 3 versus 5 vs 5. So I'll grant you that. It is not an inconsiderable thing. But the way that you have to study and really consider kits for how you're arranging your 3 characters per team really matters. And that's where the fun comes in 3 vs 3 is because of these comps. Like, they'll do some trick composition based on whatever datacron, and you would never do this if it weren't for the datacron that makes it even reasonable to consider. But just that strategic wrinkle might complicate one of the most reliable counters. For example, like this stun level 6 on Jedi for Qui-Gon Jinn. Newt Jango B1 is pretty reliable, season in, season out versus Qui-Gon. Not with this stun thing. So there's real value there. I mean, you're blocking out, you're blocking out a reliable counter, and I guess I'm kind of wandering off into the weeds here, but the idea is that the time that you spend studying how you're putting your teams together, both for defense and then when you're going out for attack, I feel like I have to put more focus on that, and I get a better, I don't know if I get a better, I get a more nuanced understanding of my characters from 3s than I do from 5s. That's my take, anyway. The rage players feel regarding evasion is a huge eye roll for me at this point, because I feel that set 4 was one of the most skill rewarding metas if you knew kits. I disagree. I hear what you're saying. There are a few matchups where if you were thinking about it, that's fine, but 400% or some shit dodge, some whales having it on many, many teams. I don't think so, man. I don't think so. I don't think that's something you can really work with. Alright, Attacker Crown, right? We just want to blitz this thing out ASAP. Light side, ideally. Probably you anyway. Not really using Sabine. Should I be using Sabine? This bonus thing is probably worthwhile. Could drop pause. There's considerable AoE on the team, so it's not like pause being the tank does a ton. Why don't we do that? Why don't we do that this way? Sabine makes it worse, you're saying, says Bane. Really? Alright. I'll take your word on that, man. Dagger says, you literally just listed a bunch of self-contained reasons why 3 vs 3 helps you be better at 3 vs 3. I guess I mean, it does help you be better at 3 versus 3, but the knowledge of the time that you spend considering the kits is more than what I'm usually spending considering individual characters' kits and their nuances for 5 versus 5. And so the knowledge I gain studying characters a little more closely in 3 versus 3 is directly transferable. Now, how much difference that actually makes in 5 versus 5, I don't know. But I like it either way. I actually like the very different strategy that I feel like I have to use in 3s versus 5s. Alright, what do we got here? I appreciate you. You're about to dispel everybody anyway, so it doesn't make a lot of sense to do this. Just basic. That's fine. Okay, so now we target you. Bat. Okay. Boy, you boys are in trouble now. Oh, you boys are in trouble now. Go get him. Go get him now. Alright, you can't gain the Giga Shield. What should we do then? I guess it's just that. Yeah, everybody's gonna hit back in you, but I'll live with it. Oh, they're dazed, so nah, just give them the hose, boys. That's fine. Finish the job. Yeah, that was painful. You don't gain protection back. That's what I was afraid of. Yeah, well, we don't really have anything else for protection restore, so we'll take our 54. Why would Sabine have made that worse? I guess if Sabine got stunned, others would have been vulnerable. I guess that's fair. Yeah, I don't want to do that. Oh my god, that's a wall of text, Dagger. Yeah, I mean, look, guys, I'm not gonna bullshit you. I'm oftentimes, and I'm pretty sure that was the case even back then, I was fighting those sons of bitches that had, you know, Dagger says, like, there's, like, only 71 players that had a ton of those crons, a ton of dodge or whatever. It's like, I'm not saying I fought them every round, but I fought a bunch of them. And I was able to win against some and lose against a bunch. You know, which is the case every meta, right? That's all well and good, but in terms of what's more fun to play against, that goes back to what someone else was saying here earlier about RNG. Dodge inherently is RNG. Like, I understand that you're saying that, you know, if you're planning out carefully and you're using characters that, you know, teams that are designed to get around dodge, or you have, you know, an accuracy stat to balance it out somehow, whatever. I understand. Strategy game, planning around it, that's fine. But in certain cases where you have certain players that are going to have most every team on their defense have 200, 300, 400% plus dodge when dodge was a thing. Nah, I don't think that's cool. I don't think it's good game design. And you don't have to agree with me, Dagger. CG agrees with me, because they ain't did that shit again. So, I understand, and have your soapbox. Have your say. But they thought it was whack too. So, there you go. Yeah. Yeah. I think the majority of people... All right, those of us who all know Dagger, I just hold on. I have to do this. Hold on. Our boy Dagger out here. Mr. Sunshine and fucking Rainbows himself out here says, and I quote, I don't like evasion, but I also think the majority of people are hyperbolic and angry. Quote, Dagger. September 15th, 2024. Let it be remembered. Music, return to me. Where's the one I want? Not the TV show. I want my saxophone one. There it is. Your mom wears army boots, says Dad. Good response. That's good. This is good. This is good. Alright, good. I'm glad. Okay, I'm glad. Alright. Dagger is not without the ability to detect irony. So that's good. That's good. I appreciate that perspective. Alright, dig this. We're going to do that again with the Rogue One thing. That was, how you say, sex. It was very sex. Yes. Giga, large. We could go with POW, but... Oh, wow. Immune to healing immunity? Why don't we go with POW? The fuck do I care? Oh my god, this is so hideous. With a tank revive and everything, I could throw in a tank in here. Not that I'll need it. The buff immunity was a cool idea. Ability block. I don't think that shit mattered at all. Let's just throw in POW for fun then. Okay. Mild tear. Okay, good. Okay. He's coming around for a turn sooner than later. We can pass back to you and brap in. Yeah, I think that's the way. You fool. Leave Brittany alone. Ho! It was close. It was real. It was real close. Look at us. Look at us gaining this prot back. Oh, it's so glorious. That was nice. Yeah, that's a strong team. So Lord Vader's a free agent somewhere? Alright, I guess Lord Vader here? What's the deal with the Maul? Maul was slacker. Holy shit, JKR might not even get used today. Oh, that's fun. That's a gag right there. Is there an Underman opportunity somewhere? What about like Malgus Malak versus CRex? Maybe. The assist is nice. That's so clever. I like that composition with the tank run. I have to keep that in mind. Okay, so you got the stun. So this is where we need to do fast people shit again, right? Yeah. This could be super clever. Ooh, 285. I like it. I like it. Oh, do I like it? Oh, do I like it? We could go that way. It would be a tank. It would be smart to do it that way too. Okay. Alright, let's just not fuck it up this time. Attacker, dark side. My man. We'll save that. We don't need that here. This is the one. This is the droid we're looking for. Alright, let's see. Dagger says, no, I get it. I'm generally the downer. That's how you know it was bad luck back then, because even my negative ass thinks they were cringy. Alright, fair enough. Bane says, loving how strong Rogue One is right now. Real fun team. Yeah, see, this is good design. This is good design from CG. It's, you know, this is how they're supposed to treat factions. Factions have their, you know, their ebb and flow for power. And Rogue One, I think Radis has been on the back shelf for, you know, back burner for a while. I like it. I like the return to prominence. I support you in this. Tass, I have internet again, says Dagger. You know, bless you, man. Bless you. How you survive out in the godforsaken tundra of wherever it is that you live. Hi. Wop. Wop. No crit. It's kind of mildly irritating, honestly. Regardless. Crush. Okay. 4. You prick. That'll do. Nice and clean. So yeah, with that fast ninth sister there, we were able to just completely stop any of them from doing anything until gas stood back up alone. This is what I meant to do yesterday, and I fucked it up. But my drunk ass did not fuck it up tonight, so got that going for me. Let's see. Tim says, Tass, you do remember that beefy stormtrooper Han you faced? This was a cakewalk. Yeah, it's true. It's true. Quig's was much thicker than Valico's. But yeah, I mean, Valico has a lot less GP than Quig does. Quig was only, I want to say, like 500,000 apart from me, something like that. You know, Valico's like 1.2 million, something like that. Yeah. Alright, Dagger says, this is actually a pretty chill stream. I agree. So, getting cheese does allow your blood pressure to stay 130 over 95. I don't even know if that's a good blood pressure. Also, if you hadn't noticed... Yeah, okay, I missed that. Yeah, okay. Didn't want to wampa this like an alpha male. Andrew Tate said real men use wampa. Yeah, well, I mean, you know, real men also end up on house arrest kind of indefinitely for sex trafficking and a bunch of other shit, and had all those fancy cars confiscated. That is some real man shit. I'll take note of the real man lessons being handed down by the real man. I will make note. Alright, let's see here. 4 teams yet remain. Qui-Gon. What am I doing with you? Was this the brilliant Malgus idea I was thinking of? I mean, any GL would trivialize it. That's true. It's true. There is the matter of the DI. Okay. I think that's just Malgus food, right? I think it's just Malgus, Malak, TR. Yeah. So if it's Rey, then versus... So... I need to think about that Eeth mechanic real quick. So there's a taunt. Yeah, this feels okay. Piggy! Let's go get him, boys. Okay, I appreciate your perspective. Thank you. You are going to gain that turn meter. I don't want you to gain the turn meter. You're going to gain a taunt. I want to save the dispel for that. It's all the same to you. You gotta be fucking kidding me. That was what we were waiting for. I feel like we now kind of want to... Yes. Trigger that, then pop him. And now we will deal with him as he so richly deserves. You heal off this. Yeah, you just don't gain the prod up. I respect that. You do. Shields up. Can we stall it out long enough for another lightning storm? Would be neat. No, that will not be happening at all. 56 will do, though. Yeah. Trench Jango want. We are going to Ray that. Rex CRex is going to get what then? You got Ray, you got Slacker. I guess it's just JKR for that. We could just do... I don't know. That could be bad. Attacker Crown might be kind of cool there, though. Alright. Oh, whatever. Attacker light side. 2 remain. Some protection here. Physical damage is better. But it isn't buffs. We'll take this. This is for Rey, actually, wasn't it? So it's really about what I'm going to use there. I don't think it's gonna matter, to be honest. I think the attacker cron matters here than there. I really don't want to do the turn meter swap, but it's kind of unfortunate because it's not really the droid I'm looking for. But regardless, we'll do this. So that we can come back and do it as quickly as possible. Do this. Shaka, raiding in with a party of 20. Shaka, let me give you that shout out here in just a moment. Do I just blow you out? We could do that. Yeah, this might have been the dumb way to do it. I don't know. So far, it seems good. How about that turn, though? Okay. 8. Oh, shit. What in the fuck was that? they didn't like any of that. Let me tell you. Alright, hey man, first time chatters here. Man, look at all the enthusiasm. What's going on, Shaka? Wow, you just brought in a very vivacious bunch. Shout out to Shaka. Thank you so much for the raid, man. How'd it go over there? But I don't even know what the fuck that was there. I tell you what, the Jedi were not having any of that. You can be on this council or whatever, but sit down. Yes, we will take the crew here. Shouldn't be needed otherwise. Attacker, dark side. Ideally, yeah, this one will do just fine. Cal Riposte attacker is so fucking dumb in a good way. Yeah, that smacking under the protection's pretty imbalanced, buddy. Shaka says, we had to get a bit sciencey. We'll see how my opponent does. It was a great stream, though. I know exactly that feeling, my man. Why do I have to do this? Oh, I know why. It had to be somebody, so it might as well be you. So you're going to go like this. This is actually a good time to do this, because you should die. It was indeed the droid we were looking for. And now you don't have stacks that let you get... Yeah, you need to have 2 stacks. 2 stacks or less to be able to be stunned. Not that that will save you from the following shit. Whoa. Okay. JKR, Jedi Cal, and JKL is 56. Nice. Alright. Ray Ben. Hoda's a support. Do I have a support card? Hey. Yeah. But you don't do any debuffs, though. But there are debuffs that get done. So it is something. Or do I just do it as an underman? I don't know. 999 followers? Yeah, wow. Is that where I'm at? Let me look at it from the Twitch interface. I am legit at 999 followers after all this time. How about that? That is incredible. That is pretty cool. For sure, but also no remod for Zepho. Fair enough, fair enough. Yeah, I'm not going to lose for stupid reasons, so go ahead and do this. Mm-hmm. Mm-hmm. Oh my god. That is some scary shit. So we can't really heal, but we can equalize on everybody. Equalizing probably wasn't the smart move. This is right to smite you. Actually, you're out of DI, so you could die right here and then... Yeah, you won't be coming back. That is the idea, yeah. If I do this, the fight ends. But do I realistically get to extend the fight any further? I don't think so. I think our banners are kind of shit because of the way I decided to do that. Alright. We'll try for it. We'll try for it. Just heal. Yeah, it's fine. You're just one guy. Just heal. Okay. That part's good. That's fine. Blind? Ooh! Jeez. So we're gonna lose more health off this, which is really not the goal. I think you've got a heal coming soon, though, don't you? Yeah, there it is. That's as good as we're gonna get. And that's a 56. That's nothing to sneeze at. That's fine. We'll be okay. Oh, 57. It gave it to me. I don't know why. I don't know how, but it did. And we're going to say that that was all part of the plan. It was a genius. It was inspired genius. All right. That does mean that we have met our goal. There were no drops. I mean, there were also no GLs on defense. So, again, one would hope. 1629. That is... shocking. That is a bizarrely high number. What is it that we face here, fleet-wise? Malevolence, Executor, and Chimera. Another one of those guys. Okay, guys, I'm going to step away just a quick second, take just a real quick break. We'll wrap up these fleets and close out the stream. Interesting week, though. All right, it's been fun. And thank you all for tuning in. But yeah, be right back. All right, we're coming back. Let's see here now. Yay. This is a classic. Okay, we got Biggs. Let's go. Seems totes legit. Okay, I was about to say, Dagger hadn't banned that by now? What do I not pay you for, Dagger? Oh, no! You're supposed to be dead. Okay. Okay. Thank you. Absolute worst possible outcome. That's all you should know. Basic, actually. Try and get the assist call if we can. It's not happening. And we do this. Blood price. Yeah, you better fucking die! Yeah, that's fine. For the record, you guys are assholes. Alright, there we go. Nice assist. I appreciate you. It's a good man. It's a good man. Basic. Over to here. Push. Basic. It's fine. Defense penetration up. Wrap him out. No assist call. Boba Fett joins the fight. Nope. Shipping and receiving department intercedes. Get off my plane. I appreciate your perspective on that. Thank you. There it is. 73 will have to do. Alright. So Leviathan there, and then what was my plan for this? It's some silly little plan for this. Oh, it was just Malevolence, wasn't it? I think it was. Do we need another one? I don't think we do. If the worst should happen, so who comes in first? So it's like, yeah, if we end up losing Spy, if the fight ends up going long enough where they bring out, what's her name? That's fair. Alright, we'll bring it. Mod view and tools are super laggy. In what? What are you talking about? You're gonna basic, which is not gonna do any kind of shit that I'm worried about. Just lock you down. That's fine. Do this. I don't want to AoE because I don't want to trigger a dodge from TIE Fighter at all, if possible. Alright, this is actually worth the risk of the dodge. We didn't get the dodge, so much the better. Funny. It'll be like that. It's fine. You'll be a continuous thorn in my side, so long as you're alive. So I do want to get rid of your foresight quickly. You want to kill that one, that's fine. You do that. I can't have this miss, so I need to drop this here. I guess we can do this, finish you. Who does it mark otherwise? Nice, I like that mark. Alright. That's enough out of you. Alright. A little bit more turn meter bends my way. Dispel. No dispel. Why didn't you dispel yourself? You're supposed to do that. I wouldn't say you have one job. You have several jobs, but this is a ton of turn meter I'm going to feed by doing this AoE. But it's still the right play. Okay. He said confidently. Confidently? Very confidently? This can't be dodged, right? It can't be resisted. Can be evaded, though. I don't know how that works. Let's find out. I don't remember. Alright. Now we gonna learn. Basic? I like it. How we doing? Man, we are not even close to that fucking stun, is what I can tell you. What's the call-in bonus for this guy? Gains offense up, 30% offense on his next attack. Which means that we pretty much have to go after the TIE Fighter at this point, because this thing still has foresight. Worth. Again, worth. Hey, you can't give that shit to yourself, but... Alright, it was all genius, all part of the plan. 66 banners, dear God. That was a mess. I thought I had some other plan. Anyway. Alright, Leviathan here. And we'll just do that trio. Ride that into the sunset. Okay, you better not. Okay, it's fine. The rest of it's fine. Okay. Almost. Hmm, 76. Alright, pretty solid. Wow, it's better than my last score. Alright. It does feel like a pretty efficiency meta week then. That's a lot of people just wanting to make sure that they're not getting caught out on week 1, though. So defenses might be a lot nastier next week. Followers. Followers? Did we hit it? Oh shit, we crossed the Rubicon. Wait. Alright, base 797. You're the real hero. You're the real one that pushed us over the line. Dagger unsubbed, only to resub like a prick. So no, Dagger, you get no flowers for this. Thank you, Base 797, the 1000th Twitch follower. Wow. Appreciate it. Appreciate it. Alright, I did talk about my defense at the start of the stream, so go back to the start of the VOD to catch that. But let's go ahead and cover how I did my attacks. So, bottom front here, against his Radis, Jin, and Pow, I once again reprised Bossk, Dadbod, and Mando, 57 banners. Against his Saw, Luthen, and Baze with the Luthencron, note that his Luthen does not have any of the Omicrons, so that made it feel a bit safer to try something like Aphra. Aphra BT1 000, such as it was, even with the powerful 000 cron and everything, 55 banners. So not a 57, still pretty good though. Against Kelleran, Cam, and Plo, we went in with Riva, Grand Inquisitor, Seven Sister, and a Healer Cron, 54 banners. Every time I gotta remember about those health equalization things, man. Cost me banners doing stuff like that. Alright, JKL, GK, and Shaak T, super fast Shaak T, went in with Iden, Death, and Range. As recommended by Dagger, that was golden. That was with the Iden Cron. I don't know if this... I feel like it does work, at least in part because it doesn't matter that Iden is locked down, and she's also permanently taunting with the set 16 cron. So I wonder if that's good next 3 versus 3s when we don't have it. I don't know. Regardless, nice this time. Against his Queen Amidala, Padawan, Obi-Wan, and Master Qui-Gon, we went in with Bane and Darth Vader for 55. Once again, Darth Vader really didn't actually get to do anything. Just got annihilated before he could get to take a single turn. In the back, against Trench, Jango, and Watt. So this was one of the later teams I did. Didn't have a higher need with anything else, so we went in with Rey, Swolo, and Hoda, got the 57. Against Stormtrooper Han, and Chewie, Radis, Jin, I've done before with Cassian last round, because I saw someone else do it, monkey see, monkey do. But I decided to try Pow this time, just for funsies. It was a slaughter either way, 57 banners. Against his Qui-Gon, Eeth, Koth, and JKA team, with the Eeth, Koth, Jedi Stun Cron, Turn Meter 3, all that goodness. Malgus, Malak, and DR, 56 banners. Against his boss Nass, Jar Jar, and Phalanx, note that there are no Omicrons on the Jar Jar. He did have the support Cron in place. BKM, Paz, Grogu, 54. Against his Malgus, Sass, and Sith Marauder, we went in with C-Set, High Defense Cron. Everybody lived, 57 banners. I will take a bow as 1,000 follow. You are welcome. That's our Dagger. Alright, top side. Against his... This is really the most creative team on the board, and I did have to... I had a wealth of solutions to deal with it by the time I cleared bottom front and saw that there were no GLs on defense, so the world opened up to me. But assuming that there were going to be some, I was thinking that might have been a bit of stress, and I'm glad it didn't end up needing to be. You end up having this situation where you could maybe kill Visas immediately, but then she comes back, and then everybody has plus 100% offense, which is really bad if you did something with your own, like CLS Han Chewie, blew up that Visas before you dealt with Dash. That could be the end of you. So, I mean, I guess you could, like, plug Dash with Han, but then, yeah, when you kill Visas, then Dash comes back. I don't know. Anyway, we stepped away all the way around that by using Cere and Malicos, and I threw in Cal just because it felt like the best high banner third to throw in. Support Kron, 57 banners. Against his Tuscans, dig this, Gas Arc Echo, 56. Obviously, I have a bit more relics than he does, so I'm sure that helped, help this not be like a 54, something like that. Against his Maul, Sabine, and Bam team, we were in Slacker, Hux, and Faust, 54 banners. Against Rex CRex 5s, we did JKR, Jedi Cal, JKL for 56. And against Gas Arc Echo, Lord Vader, Maul, Ninth Sister, 57 banners. Pretty good. Pretty good series of attacks, guys. I'm not going to beat myself up about it. All right, in the back, the fleet, this was actually probably the roughest part of the night here. Against his Chimera, we went in with Malevolence, and we got a 66. Memory told me that this was a bit more of a slam dunk with Separatists, with the Malevolence fleet. I'm not convinced. Yeah, I could have set that up differently. I'll think about that for next time. I will. Okay, against his Executor, went in with Profundity for 73 banners, and we did lose our Y-Wing today. And against his Malevolence, we did the 3 ships with Leviathan for 76. Very nice. And that's how it is. So, Doofine says, does the blue crown icon in front of Dagger's name mean he is a supporter of fancy hats? I'm glad that you asked. The sword, actually, the star is his own hat because he's a special boy, and he gets his own star. The crown is, the sword is defending the crown. He vigorously defends my right, to wear my silly hats. So that's how I choose to interpret these icons. Official. Okay, so before I go ahead and raid you guys out, first things first, if you want to find out how this round ends, you'll have to be on my Discord. So if you're not already there, click the link, join the community. I'll let you know how the match goes after Valico attacks, and yeah, you'll be able to find out when I'm going live. I always announce there just before I'm about to do it, so best place is stay tuned, and also be in touch if you want. Also, I do have, if you like this stream and you want to see more of it, I do upload my Twitch VODs to YouTube in their full length. I do add chapters there so you can easily skip between the fights, so that might be of value to you. But I've also got some other Grand Arena related content you might be interested in over there. The Datacron set videos for sets 16 and 17 are live. I make those with Aesop Rock, one of the very best players in the game. So it's a lot of fun to get his insights putting those videos together. I like doing those. Also have my mod guide videos. Started off as a community request. Just been going through teams and characters that you all have been asking about. Trying to keep up with what you guys have been going for. So thank you for your interest and all that. And of course, last but not least, my Grand Arena Focus podcast, Plotting and Scheming, that I make with my friends Dagger, TJ, Sasha Aisha, and Fatal. We go over, the last week, how we handled the meta matchups, our favorite attack and defense, what we're looking forward to applying in the week to come, and anything else we think that's worth sharing with you. A lot of grousing from Dagger for the most part, if you ask me. Let's see. I think that about covers it for the YouTube. So yeah, check all that out. Appreciate it. And if you like anything you're seeing over there, guys, we're getting really close to the 1,000 follower or subscriber mark on YouTube. So really appreciate that. Love the likes on the videos. Please subscribe to the channel to see more. And I enjoy interacting with your comments. So keep leaving them and I'll keep answering them. Yeah. Aside from that, yeah. if you enjoyed the stream and you want to support what I'm doing here, I did create a Cash App because you guys asked me to. It is $TASSINX. And if you want to get a little something back, you can join my Patreon community. Check out patreon.com/TASSINX. For any upwardly mobile Grand Arena player, there is something there of value to you. You know, $5 a month gets you into the TASS House, where you get early access to the Plotting and Scheming podcast that comes out on Friday for public release for everybody. But my patrons get it like Tuesday night, Wednesday morning, within hours of recording. So you'll have it just ahead of the Grand Arena lock for the week. You'll have that much more intel to arm you for the week to come. Maybe it'll make a difference for you. But in addition to that, you also get early access to the Datacron set videos, usually about 3 or 4 days, respectively. And a dedicated text and voice channel where you can usually find me lurking. So if you want to pick my brain, that's the place to do it. Thank you so much to all my VIP Access members: Andrew, Arj, Brock Thud Steel, Deadpool Kyle 28, JJ's Productions Twitch, Jobin4527, Johnny B. Ottawa, Ray's Malgus, Renee Bebe, Sam Vimes, Squed, Stark Strategy Gamer, Sweens14, White Wolf, and Zoltre. Mole Pills, hey man, 300 bits, and then Twitch itself responded. We added 30 bits and 15 bonus bits to Mole Pills' cheer. Oh, this is the promotion they've got going on, right? I see. Well, hey, Mole Pills, thank you so much, man. Really appreciate that. Yeah, I mean, we'll find out. I got a really super high score, but this guy also is in the really super high score business. I'll show you the board again before we wrap up. Let me finish all my Patreon acknowledgement stuff here first. So yeah, moving up from VIP Access, the $10 a month tier, VIP Access Plus, gets you Patreon access to yours truly, and also a bundled Patreon access to OmegaBot. So if you like that detailed scouting report I did on Valico at the start of the stream, that is a function of the Patreon level report where you can pull greater than the last 2 weeks of data history, get a comprehensive view of what your opponent's about, offensively, defensively, at a glance. Really powerful stuff. Thank you so much to Stryker and Esh Sotnikam for taking that offer. At VIP Access Premium, that is $15 a month, but it's the Double Bot bundle. So you get Patreon access to me, to OmegaBot, and then also to Hot Utils, the premier tool for your mass loadout and mod management. With a couple clicks, switch between Grand Arena, Raid, TB, and just have the most efficient way of doing it. Use it for your Grand Arena scouting. Guilds love it for territory war. So much more. Thank you so much to Quig, Ibenek, Sir Boss, Funky, and General Milan. And at the top of the list, in Jester's Club Elite, the one, the only Nomad's Reaper. This guy will pop into stream from time to time and drop hundreds of subs, thousands of biddies, all in one go. He's done this many times over the years. Thank you so much for your extraordinary... drunk tongue is speaking. Thank you so much for your extraordinary support. All right, last but never least, our special thanks. First to Yoda Force, one of my earliest supporters from way back in the day. He bought me this microphone I'm speaking to you on right now, and even though he has long since quit the game, we remember him fondly from the other side. To Mrs. T, my wife, thank you so much for all you do in the background, keeping our inquisitive, strong, very tall daughter for her age from utterly destroying our home while I'm trying to be halfway decent at a phone video game on stream. Thank you for running all of that interference. And of course, to Dagger, TJ, Sasha Aisha, and Fatal, my co-hosts on Plotting and Scheming. Gentlemen, it's always a pleasure, and that includes you too, Dagger. It's a pleasure getting together with you guys every week to record our show. I think we all learned something in making of it, and I know our viewers enjoy that too. A lot of fun. We actually had a huge success. You guys really loved this last episode where we had Cyrus, one of the largest accounts and one of the most skilled players in the game, as our special guest for our, in-between episode, our preview episode for this season. It's more than like 1,500 views. Usually we're getting like 300, 400, 500 views. It's crazy how much you guys like that one. So I'm glad you guys got into that. I'm glad you guys enjoyed the return to the special guest. We'll try and keep that momentum going for the next preview episode. But yeah, that was a lot of fun. And it's always fun every week making the show with you guys. It's always worth the effort to, make our busy work and family and kitten raising schedules jive. But yeah, it is a pleasure and it is always worth it. So thank you guys so much. All right, let's go ahead and go back to the main scene. Yeah, Pill says, as a former guildie of Tassinix, it's true. I always root for his win. Thank you so much, man. I really appreciate it. Thank you for tuning in here. You're just in time to see how it all ended. So just a couple minutes ago, I wrapped up how all my attacks went, but the bottom line is we dropped nothing the whole time. The worst attack by far on the entire board was doing Malevolence versus Chimera. That was like 66 banners. That was the crappiest attack on the whole board. If I lose by that, man, I guess I deserved it because I chose that. But I'm hoping that we've got something that can, give him a snack. Yeah, that's what I'm hoping for. So we'll find out soon. Again, you'll find out on my Discord. I'll announce it. He'll attack overnight, so I expect by tomorrow morning or early tomorrow afternoon, I'll be able to let all you guys know. Let's go ahead. I did the payout, right? Choose outcome. I didn't do the payout. All right, it was 2 or less. Everybody wins. Haha. Most everybody wins. 28% of you lost. Haha. Raid channel. Who's on? Same category, please. Oh, yeah. 43 seconds of uptime on Xerath. Wow, we're catching him early. All right, well, let's go ahead and raid our man Xerath. Fellow Gambit brother. All right, guys. It's been a fun week. Yeah, that round 1 that I lost, it was almost entirely because I decided to goof around fighting that GG team with Radis when I could have probably just used Wampa and been super clean. Otherwise, we managed to win the other 2 rounds. So, good lessons learned regardless, but man, it's going to be great going over the data from this first week. So, look out for the Plotting and Scheming episode covering week 1. That'll be coming out here later in the week. And yeah, thank you for watching. Until next time, it's been real. It's been awesome. It's been real awesome. Take care.